Hey, everybody. We are live. We are talking about coding Android apps in Kotlin. I am Alice Keeler, and I am here with Aida. Aida, what do you got for us this week?
Hi, everyone. My name is Aida Saiba. This week, I got you all about the Android Studio, the application that will help you build Android apps on your phone.
Awesome. Now, what about a little bit about you, though? How did your week go?
My week was a little bit lazy, I would say. Not much. It was just
What are the lazy things that you like to do?
One of the laziest things I think is just scrolling TikTok.
Yeah, there we go. Go on TikTok. We've got a recommendation for you is our friend Howie Hua, and he's got some really fun math TikTok things that he's been putting together recently. I know my friend Melody is a big fan of his hairball one that he made recently, so I'm sure she'll share that out later for us. All right, so we have been, for those of you who have been following along, we're just jumping in every week and just doing a little bit to help us understand what it takes to be an Android apps developer. Do you say that, developer?
Yes.
Okay, awesome. And so Aida, she works for DoorDash coding their Android app, and she's very impressive and super nice. And she's sharing her experience with being in this industry. So as a teacher, how do you help students to, if they say they want to code, what information can you give them? Well, I mean, this is an ever-evolving field. So we hope to give you a little bit of things to know so that you can at least give your students advice, even if you choose not to do any coding yourself. So just for a couple of minutes, Aida, what advice would you want to give to a young person who's thinking about getting into coding?
I think one important advice I would give is get good at recognizing patterns.
Yes, get good at recognizing patterns.
That's very important skill that not only help you to get into software engineering, but it also will help you excel at software engineering. That's what the most important advice I would give to anyone. Whenever you have chances.
I love this because my favorite YouTube quote is, math is about pattern finding.
Exactly. That's what it is. Software engineering is all about patterns. It's very important to set your brain into finding those patterns as early as possible.
Exactly. Perfect. I love hearing you say that. So that's all right. Let's get on to here. So we are looking at Kotlin. And what is Kotlin again?
Kotlin is a programming language that will help you build Android apps.
Very easy. Sorry. So it helps you build Android apps. And this week we're looking at
Android Studio. Android Studio is an application basically that you can install on your laptop or Chromebook. By the way, I found out recently about that. And
you can install it on your Chromebook?
Yes. You have to have a very powerful Chromebook, but you can. Do you remember
less than a Pixelbook?
Pixelbook.
So less than a Pixelbook, so not a Pixelbook. I mean, a Pixelbook would obviously be able to handle it.
If it's running on a Chrome OS 69 and above, you should be able to install it. So that's
great. 69 and above.
Cool. Chrome OS 69 and above. But again, you really have to have a powerful Chromebook for that, because you're not going to be just building opening one time, but you're going to be building the app all the time.
Okay. So I assume that you would get Android Studio from the Chromebook from the Play Store then?
Not really.
All right, let's look into Android Studio for the Chromebook maybe next time.
Okay.
So I'm really excited to hear about that. But if we wanted to work for DoorDash or any of these other companies, which obviously have an iOS app, but everybody also has an Android app because Android is the most popular platform in the world. Is that correct?
Yes, it is correct. More than 2.5 billion users
Right.
worldwide.
So you will get the most users from using Android potentially. You have the largest user base. Okay, so Android Studio is what?
It's an application, basically, just like the Chrome that you have on your MacBook, right? Or imagine you have settings, or what other apps, like Slack, for example, or like Page,
Okay, like Slack.
yeah, like applications. So it's just a regular application that will help you build Android.
Okay, so when you say an application, it's something I have to install on my computer.
Yes.
Okay, and we can just go to this website, right? So I'm gonna go to developer.android.com/studio.
Exactly.
Okay, so I'm gonna do that in another tab. I'm just gonna pause for a second, make sure everybody can see that and put it into the chat. Install Android Studio. That's what I should have done in the first place. Okay, and I go to this tab.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and it's allowing me to download it from my Mac, so I just download it.
Exactly. I think that this website should be smart enough to find out what OS you're running. So it's going to display
Look at
for
that, I
her.
just got a badge.
Hey.
Okay, so it is downloading down here, and so I'm going to launch it just like if I were to install something it's not browser based. That's the point, right? It's not browser based. It's an application I install on my computer.
Yep.
Okay. It's 936 megabytes. I got 40 seconds, apparently. Fluctuates.
I mean, it's very fast. You see, you have very fast internet.
So if I'm coding on my Mac here, and I have my MacBook, my laptop at home,
Yep.
I can't do it in both places. It is to one device. Is that true or false?
It is, I would say, false, because technically you can install Android Studio on other laptop as well.
Okay, so if I install Android Studio on my laptop, I start a project on my desktop here, on my large iMac, and I go home and I get on my laptop, can I continue to work on the same project?
If you push, so there is actually Git system exists.
Yes. Okay.
If you push to the remote, like let's say to GitHub, right? Because you can make a public repository. If you push on GitHub or GitLab or Bitbucket, then later on, when you go back home, you can pull it and get the latest changes that you made it.
Okay, so for those of you who don't know, what is GitHub?
GitHub is a website, basically, right? That hosts all the repositories. It's a Git system based website, I would say. So there are actually three main competitors: GitHub, Bitbucket, and GitLab. Three of them, they have Git system or Mercury system, so then you can actually push your code. The idea is that you cannot just rely on your local machine, right, on your Mac.
Right.
If something happens to your Mac.
What happened? Okay, right. So that's a good question. So I code all my stuff in AppScript, so it is browser based. So if anything happens to my computer, I can literally just stop on this one. When I go over my laptop, I pull up Chrome and I'm on there because it lives in Google Drive. This does not live in Google Drive. So if it's on my computer and my computer gets stolen or electrical storm fries it, like my code's gone. So what you're saying is that the Android Studio, I can sync it in some way to the GitHub. So does it back it up?
Not Android Studio, the code itself, you can actually sync it. That's what the Git is for, because you can back it up.
Can you demonstrate that? Not right now, but can we do that sometime?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, cool. I think that would be very helpful to know. So I have installed the Android Studio. I am launching it. Whoops, can't see it. And so there we go. You still can't see that I'm launching it. It is launching it. It is opening. It's trying to install it.
Okay.
I'm going to add it to my applications. And okay. Oh, my aunt. Okay, it's installing. It says 10 more seconds. Oh, this goes pretty quick. Okay, installed. So I'm going to launch it. I'm going to try and launch it. I've clicked on it. Open. It's verifying. Open it. Okay, I'm going to switch my screen share. Do I want to do a config or installation folder?
You can take the default ones that are in place.
All right, so I'll just do not import settings.
Yep.
Okay.
That's one.
All right. As soon as this comes up, I'll switch my screen sharing. Okay, next, finish. It's unzipping. Okay, so the point of this week is to make people aware of Android Studio, that it exists. So we've done that. Android Studio exists. This is going to be the application where they can code on. I just went to the website. I clicked download. I'm doing the normal thing like I installed World of Warcraft on my computer, just in the same way I install a video game. I install this Android Studio. It looks like it's going to take a while for it to unzip, so I'm not sure we're going to get into that. So next week, I would like to suggest that we open Android Studio and do, remember that code we did the other week with the apples?
Yeah.
With the fruit. Let's do the fruit and then back it up to GitHub.
Sounds good. And I'm going to actually connect with you. I'm going to actually join the StreamYard on my 2 laptops so we can actually share.
Okay.
If needed.
That we can definitely do. We can definitely join from more than one computer. So it's installing, you guys. The point here is to show you how easy it is to download off the internet and install it. You have the link. It's developer.android.com/studio. Save this somewhere. Put it into Google Keep, maybe, KEEP. So if you have a student who says that they might be interested in coding, or you want to encourage them into coding, you can say, hey, have you heard of Android Studio? And that is our goal for this week, is that you can share that piece of information with your students. Okay, is there any questions? Anybody who's joined in who wants to ask anything? All right, your homework this week is to install Android Studio. So I'm excited to see how your week goes, everybody, and we will see you next week. Bye.